Hi, welcome to Asking the Hard Questions. Today's topic, sexuality. I'm here with guest Jordyn Preusker.
Preusker.
Jordyn I thought it was that, but it doesn't spell that way.
It's not. It doesn't.
Let's start off by introducing ourselves. I'm Neil. I'm a cisgendered heterosexual. And then, what about you, Jordyn?
Hi, I'm Jordyn. I am a gender-fluid pansexual.
So what does LGBTQ stand for?
It stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer.
Alright, Are there more than just those 5?
Yes. The full acronym is LGBTQIAPD2+.
And the plus is for, more?
Even more.
What does queer mean, then?
Queer is kind of it actually used to be a slur, but it has been reclaimed by the community to kind of just mean, anyone who isn't straight and cis, generally.
Transgender is pretty specific to gender identity, so why is that included in there?
It definitely goes back to, the history of the movement. It's kind of like how, back before women had rights, they would help black people in their civil rights, because, you're stronger in numbers.
There's also romantic attraction. What's that?
So, romantic attraction mostly came up with the increase in asexual visibility. So basically it's the idea that you might be sexually attracted to one or two or a bunch of genders, but you might only be romantically attracted to certain ones as well. So it might be like someone who is sexually attracted to both male and female but might only want to date guys.
How is sexual orientation or preference determined, and can it be changed?
How it's determined is a great question to ask a psychologist, and not a me. But generally, we can actually look at brain scans, and we can see this person has a slightly different hypothalamus, and we can actually tell biologically,
if someone is
sexual orientation
somewhere else on the scale
is just a predisposed thing. But there have been 0 cases of anyone purposefully changing their sexual orientation, or any case of someone changing someone else's sexual orientation. That doesn't happen.
Any cases scientifically?
Scientifically.
Right.
Yeah.
What are some things that one should or should not call an LGBTQ person?
Generally, whatever they ask to be called is a good place to start. But honestly, people all make mistakes. Mm-hmm. And so, rather than just give you a list, just try and be respectful. And if you just treat people with dignity, even if you slip up and say something that was wrong, they'll realize you're not trying to be a bad person.
What are some questions you should avoid asking someone who's LGBTQ? Because I know one of them is how do you have sex? Because it's you don't ask a heterosexual person that.
Exactly. It's in that same idea. Don't ask a trans person hey, what's in your pants? Because that's you wouldn't ask anyone else that. Why is that okay for you to ask?
So a general rule,
just because of that.
If you wouldn't ask someone you think is straight and cisgendered, don't ask anyone else. Is being LGBTQ unique to the past few generations, and also is it unique to humans?
Absolutely not. There have been records of a third gender going back to ancient Egyptian tomb carvings. There's a Greek poet named something of Lesbos.
Okay.
She was a poet who spoke very fluently about her love of women. And is actually, Lesbos is where, lesbian comes from.
Okay.
She did supposedly have a husband, but his name translated to penis of man's island, so she might have been joking a little bit. Unique to humans, there have been 10,000 reported cases of different species having homosexual acts. And a lot. There are dud sheep, which are described as male sheep that only, do with male. And sheep farmers, every time they're not again. I need you. I can't have
dud sheep.
No, this is unhelpful to my economic prosperity.
Is being LGBTQ a mental disorder?
No. It has been officially taken off of the list of mental disorders by
Since like 1970
yeah,
or 80.
by like every psychological foundation in at least the first world countries. So it's been pretty widely accepted that no, it is not a mental disorder.
Are bestiality and polygamy included in LGBTQ?
Bestiality definitely not, because being in love with a person is different than like a dog.
A different species.
It's a little different being in love with like an actual human being with like emotions and feelings and like a consciousness.
Right.
But polygamy is actually a little bit more interesting. Although not polygamy, polyamory, which is kind of similar. Polyamory is Greek for many loves.
Okay.
And it is just a person who is okay with or prefers being in romantic relationships with more than one person at a time, with obviously consent and everything. It's different from like cheating. It hasn't been like actually put as part of the LGBTQ community, but it has actually been arising in some of the similar communities, and so it's like open for discussion.
What would you say to those who think rights for LGBTQ people will lead to the same rights for zoophiliacs, which is people who commit bestiality, and polyamists? Is that what you said? So, polyamists.
That would be a fallacy. Like, we are like intelligent beings who won't like
let other intelligent beings have sex with animals. Alright, well, why should I care about LGBTQ issues if I'm not LGBT or Q?
Probably because like we're all people, and caring about people is an important part of being a person.
But it's so hard. In that case, how can I support LGBTQ people?
I'd say the best way is by like watching videos like this and getting informed and educated and just like learning about like what it is like to be LGBTQ. If you're so inclined, there are plenty of like donation like organizations, especially around helping LGBTQ homeless youth, because like something like 40% of homeless youth are LGBTQ because they've been kicked out of their homes.
Which is very sad.
Yeah, that's very sad. And also just helping like promoting rights and helping decrease like suicide rates and things like that. So
a lot of things.
So you can definitely help if that's the way you want to go, but I'd say the best way is by just getting informed and learning about
it in general. True. Alright, well, that's all the questions I have. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions that you would like to ask about sexuality, maybe we could do a part 2 if we get enough.
Ooh.
Just leave it in the comments below.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll do some more videos about asking hard questions relating to other things.
Yeah.
So subscribe if you want to see those. And thanks for watching.
Woo!
Because quite frankly, a little relaxation never hurt nobody. Number 3, to be more positive. Every single film that Adrian and I have ever made combined into one just beautiful poster.
This is weird. I've never done a video with another person.
Really?
Well, I mean, besides the Nunos.
Yeah.
That's
it doesn't count.
Right.